hands on the ceiling.
So in this video, let's talk about apartment living in Rome, because it's part charm and part chaos. The building is older than America, and old buildings mean tiny elevators, or ones that don't work. Taking the stairs, which in some cases means all the way up to the 6th floor, and beautiful marble staircases. If you have a street view, it's lively, and you'll see drama. You'll hear classic Italian music, entertaining diners and outdoor tables. You'll see passersby talking and walking, and you'll hear the clickety-click of suitcases of travelers rolling them over the San Pietrini blocks, sometimes at 6 in the morning. It's buzzing and every day varies. The courtyard view isn't soundless and still, but it's quiet and serene. Courtyards bloom with flowers and trees, and it's like having your own private garden. However, it's identical every day. The flower pots are the same, the neighbors are the same. I prefer my street view and the excitement of watching cars trying to maneuver into a small parking space 6 inches in front of another parked car on a narrow street. It's quite entertaining. One aspect of living in an apartment in Rome is the laundry. Italians hang their laundry on the rooftops. In Naples, you'll even see laundry strung across the streets. It's not that they can't buy a dryer. They don't like dryers because hanging your laundry in the fresh air makes the clothes smell clean. Plus, it's great for your electric bill. But when it rains, watch out. I have run home more than a few times. Sometimes I make it, and sometimes the linens are already soaked. In which case, you just leave them there until the next day, hoping it doesn't rain again. But there's really not anything else you can do except hang your clothes on a rack inside your apartment, which all of us do at one time or another. Another situation when you hang your laundry is if it's a windy day. You have to control it, or your linens could fly away, or they could end up rolled up on the line, and then you have to go unroll them and then come back when it dries. Another aspect of apartment life in Rome is the soundtrack of your neighbors. You will hear laughing, phone calls, late night TV, music, and in my case, a musician who keeps trying to learn the same song over and over again. But in recompense, there's also the classical singer down the street who serenades us with beautiful music every now and then. So it's like being at a theater. So you take the good with the bad. Okay, now let's talk balcony versus terrace. A terrace is large. Few apartments in the historical center have one, as they are prime real estate and a rare commodity. A balcony? That's another story. Sometimes it's just a railing large enough to have your morning coffee, if you turn sideways. Then there's a balcony with a view versus one with no view. But even if you have a balcony with no view, at least you could say you have a balcony, and it matters when you go to sell it. Sometimes you will meet your neighbors on the staircase, and every buongiorno becomes part of your Roman story. In fact, the staircase is a wonderful place to make friends, complain about the elevator, or make plans to get together for dinner. My next door neighbors are a wonderful Italian couple who treat me like family. They always invite me in for coffee in the mornings or knock on my door to hand me a dish that the signora prepared or fruit from their country house garden. Anyway, a discussion on apartment living is not complete without talking about condominium reunions. These meetings are generally held in the courtyard, and neighbors arrive with smiles. They greet each other with buonasera and start off with social pleasantries as they wait for everyone to arrive. Others that don't want to come to the meeting peek from upstairs windows. And the cast is always the same, a mix of good and bad, impatient and patient, and arrogant and sympathetic. Inevitably, the same character is determined to take over the meeting, even though he's only the father of a member and not a member himself. One of the women always aligns herself with him no matter what the discussion, and her sister is always quick to join in. Good people try to explain, and bad people want to control. But when it becomes obvious that nothing is being resolved and no one is winning, someone glances at his watch and declares he must leave, and neighbors quickly gather their things and race toward the exit. And they end the meeting with the same unresolved issues, postponing the matter yet once again to the next condominium reunion. This is an experience to say the least, but somehow everyone survives, and it's actually what foreigners look at when they're wanting to rent an apartment in Rome. They want authenticity, they want to blend in, they want to be immersed in the culture, and that's exactly what they're going to get here in Rome.
Hey girl, what you doing down there? Dancing alone every night while I live right above you.